Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. I thank you so much for being here today. Today we're going to have a wonderful time together. To Home Garden and Fashion. I hope all of you are doing awesome. Happy 4th of July to all of you. Today I'm going to do a purse restoration video. Now this is a very old purse. This is a very old purse. You could call it 100-year-old purse. So I'm going to restore this purse. I have done a video on this on my other channel, Bengal Whisper, where a client gave me this purse to restore it. For this channel I'm going to do how I gave this old purse a new look and at the same time restore the purse. So this is the fabric I'm going to use, and I have already stitched the sides of the fabric, and this is going to be all hand stitch. So just excuse the noise of the fireworks because this is 4th of July. So I'm going to put the purse like this, and I already stitched it and measured the fabric. And this fabric, this is a small fabric, so just according to the measurement of the purse. Now I'm going to have to stitch it on the reverse side and then make it in the pretty side. So I have already stitched these two sides, just the basic stitch, and I'm going to do this side. So I hope all of you are enjoying your 4th of July, and we have a lot of fireworks in the neighborhood. So I'm just going to give some basic running stitch. We used to have a huge fireworks, but due to this current situation, we haven't had it last year, and we're not going to have it this year. So all the neighborhood children, they're just doing fireworks in their backyard, in their home, in the public park. So we're just going to give a basic running stitch. So I did this side, now I'm going to do the other side. So while I'm stitching this one, I would like to talk about a little bit about yoga and meditation. And if any of you um, just do some meditation, then you will soon get to know a lot of things. A lot of things in this world which is happening. You will soon begin to see the truth, the reality, and what the meditation does is actually it opens up your third eye, and after some time, and especially if you are vegetarian and if you stayed vegetarian for a while, and then you'll see that you will vibrate on a higher frequency, and you will begin to understand, and you'll begin to differentiate between a truth and a lie. And yes, there are a lot of benefits in opening of the third eye, which opens automatically. You don't really open, and it opens with the some people is open already all the time, and some people it opens with the practice of daily meditation, prayers, asana, sadhana, and also have to do celibacy. So yeah, then the third eye is open up, and then people can understand if someone is telling the truth to you or lying to you or trying to deceive you or maybe deceive the world. So you will begin to understand, and the biggest problem will happen with the open third eye is unable to get along with people because their ideas and your ideas will be different. So yeah, as it is going to help you understand a lot of things, but then again you will lose family, friends, because then you begin to understand you wouldn't want to stay in the dark anymore, or maybe not stay dumb anymore anyway. So then you lose family, friends, and also your vibration will be higher, so you will not vibrate in the same frequency as others. So now this one is done, and I'm going to stitch. Stitch this one holding here. So this first restoration was very easy because the zipper works, the side works. Now I'm just going to stitch here and then do some cosmetics work. So now what we're gonna do is I have to open the zipper and then grow from just from inside, so I get it. Another problem you face with the open third eye, not only understanding people and their motives and the lies and the truth, all this thing will be very evident, but at the same time you will tap into the unknown or the forbidden world, so you will able to know a lot of about them too. So I have to stitch it such a way so that I don't block the chain, but at the same time it holds onto it. So you can do a couple of times. Okay, I'll tell you a story today, and this story about ghost experience, paranormal experience. So there is a girl named Neha. Neha, always from childhood, she did a lot of sadhana, yoga, meditation. She was, as a child, kind of lonely. She was the only child, but her dad was a priest, and her mom just stayed home and cooked, clean. So they didn't have that much money either, so they had the problem with money too. So she went to neighborhood public school. Now, neighborhood public schools were mostly for poor kids. Rich people's kids went to good private school. But since Neha's father didn't have much money and didn't have the money to put her into good school, so she went to the regular public school. And it's different from here. The regular public school in India is for middle class and poor people. Rich people's kids do not go there, but it's not the same story here. Anyway, so she used to go to school early in the morning. So every day the school started around 8 o'clock, but she would get out of home around 6:30, and she had to walk about 2 miles to get to her school. So she walked in the morning 2 miles to go to school, and then 2 miles to come back home. And this was the daily routine for 6 days, because in India schools are open on Saturday, half day. So when she went to school early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, that time it just morning, just that was very early in the morning, and sun just started to come out. So and the world was still sleeping, and only thing she would see on the road was big bulls and cows used to just stand in the road, and they usually sort of like hold the road, so they have the entire road is like their road, and you have to sort of go sideways because you don't want to make them angry. The bulls and the cows had huge body, and a little kid would be very scared. And the roads near the houses were very small, tiny roads. But these roads were very dirty too. So we had to go early in the morning at through those roads, and daily she had to struggle to get to school. And she wore just regular clothes because public school had uniform. These uniforms were just blue skirt and white shirt, and usually most people had two pairs, and these two pairs they daily washed it and used it because this is very hot country, so anyone can wash something and it will get dry within an hour. So washing is not a problem. But the school, even though the school is poor, but still there were a lot of discipline. So was the one of the discipline was everybody had to tie their hair in blue ribbons, and if they did not tie their hair in blue ribbons, then the principal asked them to leave the school, go home for that day, or stand outside the school building on one foot for the whole day, so they would never forget the ribbon again. Now this ribbon wasn't something that kids would just put it in their hair. The ribbon had to be on a certain way, and it had to be nice, clean and pressed so that it would look very neat. Now so the ribbon was one thing, and then there was the shirt and the pant. The shirt and the pant had to be ironed nice, neat. So daily there was a class monitor, and this class monitor usually a 10th grader, and she would go on and check it. And in order to be it's sort of like not a class monitor, I would say it's total the entire school monitor. So this entire school monitor was 2 10th graders. Now they had their qualities too. They had to be very good at studies to be the school monitor. So now you see the purse is restored. Now what are we going to do next? Let's see if I have any more of this. So at least this part is done. Another, I did this one with this. This came from the paper bag. So I got it from the paper bags. Now I rolled in with this thread. So we have it this one. Now let's see what we're going to do about this. So it's in the middle. Put it like this. So I'm thinking this one. And like this. So I have to do one more, and then I can stitch it. And I'm going to use this party necklace too. So let's see how I'm going to use this one. So let me stitch this one, and then I will do the handles. Probably better open. The zipper is a little bit problematic, but so I might have to work on the zipper. Here, these things are the one catching the zipper. So yeah, I I'll go with this one and not do the handle because I think this one will look good. So I have to start from here. So as I was telling about the story, see. Yes, so as Neha would go to school early morning 6:30 and with lot of suffering she reached school around 7 o'clock. Now from 7 o'clock the school starts at 8 o'clock, so she had 1 hour, and the reason she went every day early because she utilized that 1 hour to play. Now the school uh, guard used to be the school guard for the school door guard, and it was like a security guard, but these security guards did not have any weapon or anything. They just would just stand there and make sure nobody is doing anything bad or whatever. And back home in India, schools don't have that much problem because no one has guns and stuff. Very few people probably. So the school guard did not needed to worry about those. He just made sure that nobody is littering and things like that. So as Noah, when the guard came around 7 o'clock and he opened the door, and she would just go to her classroom and put her backpack, and then she will go to the back to do some play in the school field and playground. They had a beautiful school playground, and the playground had a swing, quite a few swing, about 2, 3, and they had seesaw. That was another thing, and they had another thing, merry-go-round. So about these 3, 4 things were there. Some horses like seesaw to go up and down, and then some. So one of the seesaw was very dangerous seesaw. Anyway, so Neha would go early just to play in these things, and then she would play for 1 hour, and then 8 o'clock, by 8 o'clock all the other kids will come. Around 7:30, 8 o'clock they'll start coming, and then first thing 8 o'clock is the prayer happen. So one day she went, and as she went, put her backpack upstairs in her classroom. She had a feeling that someone was there, someone was following her. So as she went to put the backpack, and she saw a woman, and woman had a sari, and she had and the sari was coming up to her forehead and covering, and this was typical for an Indian married woman. They would just do it, cover their head with the sari. So she thought that was the maid cleaning, and she thought it's sort of weird because she thought the maid is there before the school started. Usually the maids used to clean between 8 to 4 while the school is going on, and they would clean it, and they didn't really come so early. So anyway, she said, "Oh, are you cleaning?" And the maid didn't say anything. So she went, she put her bag, and then she went down, and maid just stood there and kept looking at her. And when she was going down the steps, she had a weird feeling. She thought that something wasn't right. Anyway, so she went, and then she went to the back, and there was the security guard. He wasn't there, so she was like, the security guard isn't even here, so she thought maybe he's doing something. Anyway, so she went to the seesaw, and she was sitting one side of the seesaw and thinking that wish somebody was there on the other side of the seesaw, then I could play. And as she thought of this, that wish somebody was there on the other side of the seesaw, and she saw that the maid, the sweeper, the lady who was up there, she was sitting on the other side of the seesaw. So Neha thought it's kind of weird for the maid to sit on the seesaw, because that did not really happen usually. So she thought this is really so weird. But anyway, she wanted to play, and she was like, okay, so you came to help me? Okay, that's good. And then she was just going up and down, up and down. And as she was playing, and then she went to play in the merry-go-round, and then that maid played with her in the merry-go-round, and she thought that this sweeper, this maid, is so different from anyone, because she's playing with the merry-go-round with her, and she played the seesaw. So as she was playing, and she had a lot of fun, and then she decided that, okay, now I want to go to the front gate and see if there is a vendor there or not, because I'm so hungry. I want to eat something. As she thought like that, she went to the front, the gate, through the gate that she came, the school gate. As she went to the gate was closed, and the security guard was going to open the gate, and he was outside. So when he saw her, he was so angry and scared, and he didn't know how she got in there. So anyway, he opened the door, and then he said to Neha that, how did you get in there? And she said, oh, you opened the gate for me. He said, no, I wasn't here. So then she said, oh, then the maid, the sweeper, must have opened the gate for me. And then as he opened the gate and he came in, and he was very upset with her. And then he said, okay, let's take me to the sweeper, because she comes around 8 o'clock. She would not. So she took him to the in the park, and there was no one there. The story. So as the security guard came, and he was very mad at Neha for getting inside the school, but he had no idea how to do it. So Neha explained to her that the sweeper lady let her in. So he told her to take him to the sweeper lady. While they're talking, the sweeper lady happened to walk in the front door, and then the security guard asked her that if she had let Neha in, and then she said she's just coming in, so there's no chance for her to let Neha in, because she never comes before 8, because she has to give food to her family, and then she comes at 8. So then Neha took the security guard upstairs, and then tried to show him that how she saw the sweeper lady upstairs, and then she came down and she played with her in the backyard. And to this, the security guard and the sweeper lady, they were both didn't know what to think. They were kind of flabbergasted that what was going on, and they had a clue because there was a rumor that the school was built on the land where there used to be a castle, King's Castle, and King donated that area for the school. So many people have witnessed that kind of spirits roaming around. So for that, they did not tell Neha anything, but they called her parents and told her not to let her come to school so early. And so this was Neha's experience with supernatural. And I'm going to do this side and finish it up and then show you how it turned out. So I have to let this one dry out a little bit. And the total parts restoration is done, and this is the final look. And it has a shoulder strap too. Has a shoulder strap and handles. Hi, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share this video. Thank you. May God bless you all.